Hey everyone, I've posted a video a few weeks ago about me shutting down my frag reef tank, and little did I know that just a few weeks later my next video is going to be shot in a completely changed world, so for all of us, and for reef and aquarium enthusiasts as well. So gone are the days when you could just walk over to your local fish store and get something. I think people can still order things online. I have not done any of that myself. And while things do take a while to settle in, I just wanted to share the state of my current reef tank, as well as talk about some of the upcoming projects that are in the roster, and where I'm at with this tank, with my other freshwater tank, with Aquatic Log, and perhaps answer some of your questions that you've posted. So first and foremost, how is the tank different now that there's been a coronavirus all around, and B, I did shut down my other tank. So first I'll start with the shutting down of the tank. So now there's not a single spot in this reef that is free from some sort of coral. So basically I've taken almost 60 or 70% of coral and I've actually shoved it into this tank. So I've spent like 2-3 days just either regluing or splitting coral and just finding every nook and cranny where I could put something in. And I did, and it turns out to be quite good. And the rest I just either gave away. I think I pretty much gave away all my coral. Did not make any money off of it, and I did sell a few of the fish, and I did bring a couple of fish into this tank. So I have a beautiful little Tamini tank swimming there. So I do miss the rest of those fish in my other tank, but you cannot be everywhere. So overall, the tank is doing very well. It adjusted quite nicely. I saw my alkalinity plunge right after, so I've been increasing my dosing, and I'd say now my dosing is 60% more than where it was even a month ago. So that tells me that corals are doing well, and having one reef tank in the house is actually making it a lot easier for me to keep on top of it. Also, now I'm at home pretty much 24/7. So one resolution that I made for myself was to every morning, just when I'm about to have my cup of coffee, I just go all around the tank and I grab every single Asterina starfish from the tank. So the first couple of days it took probably 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, because I think they were in the hundreds. But the last few days it's been about 30 to 60 on a regular day, and it takes about 2-3 minutes to just go all around, pick them up, and every day I'm seeing a little bit less. So the sight of the glass just covered with Asterina starfish in the morning, it was not a pretty one, and basically I've just taken care of it using manual labor. I've also brought about 20 turbo and torpedo snails, and I put them into this tank as well. So basically there's enough snails now that I have to clean the glass a lot less. So that's where the tank is. I think I am enjoying it even more now because there's one tank, one focus. I do miss my frag tank, and I plan to set up a much smaller frag tank in the near future, but we'll talk about it next time. I also want to mention that one of my next videos is probably going to be freshwater. So I will show you my quite nice freshwater setup, as well as I'll show it before and after major trim. I don't think you've seen a tank that overgrown, so I'll try to shoot a video or a few photos of what the tank looks before, and then I'm going to do a full re-aquascape of the tank after. What else? Still doing a lot of maintenance on the tank. I think its parameters are a lot better. I did get the results back for my ICP test, and maybe later on I'll shoot a dedicated video for it, but I just wanted to say that when I compared my ICP parameters that I've received to the parameters that I did manually take, I think they were okay. I did turn off the water flow in my tank, so this is probably where a video of raccoon has to come up. Let me just double check what is going on. So that's interesting. Ooh, I think my water pump probably has turned on the Vectra. Okay, that would actually make sense to a degree. I think I've pressed the off button on this thing. So why did this come up? And why is it always about Aquatic products? Every time when something strange happens, there's usually something about an Aquatic product. I don't know. So I did press, I think I pressed the power button. I pressed the right button. Or did I? Yeah. So I did turn it off. And why did it turn on 10 minutes later? I don't know. So I'm gonna go back to Aquatic and I'm gonna ask them this particular question. So as I was saying, so there's gonna be a little bit more noise in the tank, but we'll just roll with it. So as I was saying, I'm doing a fair bit of maintenance on the tank. I've compared the parameters, and I must say that my manual testing was very close to the ICP one. So if you go to Aquatic Log and you look for Treasure Reef and you look for, I think sometime in early March, I'll take in every single parameter that I could, including iodine, and it's very spot on to my ICP tests. So kudos to ICP, and if you can do it, do it. What else? I have spent a fair bit of time just regluing some of the corals, trying to observe them and affect anything that I could, where before maybe I didn't have enough time spending between the two tanks. I've actually now spent that time just really trying to make sure that this tank looks as nice as possible. The back glass is a lot cleaner now. I'm doing the pump maintenance, so basically I replaced the pump, I replaced the skimmer, so I've cleaned all of it. My Vortec wet sides are a lot cleaner, and I think it shows. So it's less time just maybe tinkering with the corals, but more time focusing on the tank maintenance and cleaning, and you get some good results. Finally, let's quickly talk about Aquatic Log. Sorry. Horrible video. But you know what? I decided I'm not going to spend as much time video editing, because that was just driving me nuts. I can't spend 3 hours editing a video. So before I was a lot more diligent about shooting those videos, but then I wanted to increase the production value. And while the videos I think were better and I got a few new subscribers, it's just not me. I don't think I can spend as much time video editing. So I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna answer some of the questions. It's gonna be very raw. And if there's an audience for that, great. If not, then I'll stop doing this. Anyways, I wanted to talk about Aquatic Log. So right now it's free. It's been free since November, and I must say that the number of users that I get on a daily basis has just gone like this. So I have majority of my users are on iPhone, but I have some good news for Android users. I've finally sat down and I rewrote a good chunk of the application to basically help me make it better in terms of performance, but also so that I can start adding more features on top of it that you've been all asking me. So it goes kind of both ways. I'll try to do my part and give you new functionality as fast as I can, and my goal is to get to parity between Android and iPhone. But I need you to go to the App Store or the Play Store and leave a review, because that's really the only thing that you can do to help. I mean, you can also sponsor as an individual, so there's a link below on how you can contribute, and every bit counts. But you know, if I'm spending some time on the weekend or in the evening coding this thing, because I do like doing it, and you keep asking for new features, new functionalities, support, whatever, I think it's only fair that there's a little bit of something coming my way as well. So new Android application is available, version 7.0. I'm already working on 7.1, and there's lots of new functionality coming for Android people. I'm also working on the iPhone version. I just released version 9.5. It's now got some really cool features in the on the main screen. So if you have, let's say, dozing reminder, it will automatically show up on your main screen and you can just check it off. So that's great. And there's a lot more coming. So just want to say finally that this is not an easy time for anybody. It's a very strange time. It's a very stressful time. I think we all feel it. And I think the whole industry is going to feel it one way or the other. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot less disposable income for many of us. And let's not forget that this is still our passion. And doesn't matter what type of aquarium you have, big, small, coral, freshwater. Most of us do it because we just are drawn to aquariums, to fish. You always want to have the next, you know, type of fish or coral or just a new setup. It's all fun. We're you know, a good community, and I just wish everybody the best, and to get through all of this, and the stores to come back and be open, and the hobbies to continue getting something from each other and be part of the you know, this wonderful community. So with this said, stay safe, stay healthy, and write me in the comment below. What do you think? Maybe there's a topic, or if you just want to say something, share it. Share what's going on with you. I'd be curious to find out. And with that, peace.